Hello, this is Akhier, and we've got another 7-day roguelike to review. This one's a browser-based game, so that's interesting. Use mouse to look at things, question mark, call up instruction. Actually, refresh that. I didn't read the first bit. Your goal is to descend to the bottom of the dungeon, get the horn of the vicious unicorn, and exit to top level of the dungeon with it. That doesn't actually just explain it that much. Give me a second. Okay. You are the wizard Hexxus. Your spells are powered by the life force of the surrounding terrain, but your new neighbors are not very welcoming. In fact, they seem downright hostile. Basically, your ability to cast spells is proportional to the amount of plant growth immediately surrounding you, adding a tactical and strategic layer to the game and externalizing a normally internal mana pool. Which is pretty cool. It's an interesting idea. Yeah, use the mouse to look at stuff, question mark to call up instructions, which is this page, I'm pretty sure. Bump to attack does damage based on the mana you drain from the tiles around you. Spacebar waits a turn, arrow keys to move around, spacebar cancels all menus. And yeah, that's pretty much. And you look around, you notice different kinds of terrain will have different mana amounts, and this is an enemy. Fairies love fresh flowers and the laughter of children. This fairy has 5 hit points and can hit for one damage. And we've got the various stuff up here. That shows where we're affecting when we attack. This shows our health and the experience to get to next level. This gives 7 experience, so we'd actually... Fairy wakes up. There we go. That was kind of a bit tough. Luckily, we regained our health. Okay. We leave barren wastelands behind us. I'm going to probably try to explore this whole floor just to see what the map gen looks like. It looks like we've reached the edge here. So that's good. There doesn't seem to be diagonal movement, which... I'm always interested by the choice between allowing it and not allowing it. Most of the things that I've done have generally allowed it. The biggest thing I can really say about it is it can make pathfinding interesting. Apparently a fairy woke up somewhere. There we go. If I wanted to be a little more strategic, I'd probably want to head to somewhere else, because like here, you know, it's a little bit of mana. Then we step over here, it's like all this. Huh. So you can actually get mana from further away. I didn't know that. Okay. And yeah. Notice we didn't actually even leave this area barren because there was enough mana in the area to kill it. Which is convenient. That must be where the fairy came from. Or not. Apparently didn't like me taking from that stuff. That's annoying. And, still got a bit to go until we get to the next level. There's the... Oh! Stepping on apparently descends you. I did not... I guess that makes sense, since there isn't a key to do something. I wonder how deep this is. Big room. And there's going to be a fairy up here. There we go. Oh, dead end. That's a thing. I actually like it. It's a traditional roguelike with a decent little twist. There we go. I think I'm stuck and I'm gonna be dead. Yep. Killed by a fairy. Killed 8 fairies. Got to level 2. New game. Yeah, let's give it a shot again. Looks like you need to be careful. That is the one thing about not having diagonal movement. It makes it so that the fairies, or enemies in general, are able to actually corner you relatively easily. Managed to level up from that. That's nice. It looks like the first level up is basically just with your first enemy, which would be useful since it is a little difficult with the first thing. There we go. I think I'll have to be more tactical from now on instead of just instantly just standing where I am and being like, hoo-ha. Where's the fairy for that? Huh. Wonder how it hit me. And we gained a level. That's good. Found anything new yet? I think I will be somewhat disappointed if there is only one enemy type. Mostly because this is a more traditional roguelike. And, well, I guess maybe some of it might end up being blamed on something like the programming language itself, since I haven't used JavaScript recently, but when I did, it was somewhat limiting. I don't even know if this is using JavaScript, I guess. I didn't really look into what it dealt with. But yeah. Interesting. Seems it can hit me occasionally when I'm retreating. I wonder if you can go back up. There's one thing I didn't try. Close enough. We've explored basically all of it. There's a little bit of one room that I haven't checked out over here. It looks like this is one of those map designs where everything gets covered. Oh, yeah, you can go back up. There we go. Well, my health is a little low. There we go. Yeah, definitely a lot easier around the very lush live vegetation. And again, that's how the game is designed. I definitely like that. It's an interesting twist. Definitely going to give it a good amount of points in the... what's the one thing? The one thing that represents interesting stuff. Apparently I have spells. I just noticed that. I think Finger of Death is the one. Huh, that's interesting. Fortify apparently creates a fortification area. Doesn't give me... I didn't even know I had spells. So it's good to know now. Huh. Interesting. Oh, no. Apparently I lost. That's okay. I'm getting a better understanding of the game. Now that I've noticed there are actual spells, it should be easier. There we go. Looks like I get Hex and Fortify. What is Hex? It doesn't tell me. Alright. I must admit, that's a bit irritating. Would really like to know what it is. Maybe it tells you. And I've just been being a derp. Now we have Cone of Fire. Takes a lot of... Oh, yep. Yeah, that definitely works. I like that. It's a ranged attack. I don't see a fairy there. Let's go check this room. Or some rooms. The map gen is nice for the things that it's meant to be. It's a small area, but it's used well. I've seen and dealt with a number of map gens that use the same sort of thing where everything's squished together, yet not managed to make a thing that, while being expansive, is just unwieldy. If you've ever had to just walk forever in a day and been really annoyed by it, that took out a lot of vegetation. I wonder if there's more spells. I'm definitely sense it has the spell thing. Though I really want to know what Hex is. Especially since it doesn't allow me to cast it unless I have a target for it. Wait, no, I've seen it in that room. In fact, I've cast spells in that room, so... don't really need to go back there. But yeah, with the connections, everything seems to be relatively okay. As far as the map goes. Definitely approve of the good use of the area. Goodness me, there's going to be so much noise from my keyboard because I'm just zipping around the map and it's really noisy. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, now let's read this. I drain 6 mana. Hex drains 1 mana. Hex drains 1 health. The fairy... 4 hit points. I'm currently at 30 health. It hit me for a bit. Okay, 28 health. I cast Hex. Hit me for 1. It says I drained health, yet it doesn't look like it. I'm at 27. Oh, nope. Fairy is apparently dead. Come back, Fairy. I was testing theories on you. It's interesting. What I'm going to call fairy rings, because that's probably what they are, seem to occasionally spawn in something. I'm at 27. Okay, I'm at 28. Yes, Hex does in fact heal me. which is good to know. Oh, Blight. What's Blight do? Now let's get to somewhere where I can actually use it. Blight. Oh, snap. Oops. Blighted growth. Yeah. That's a thing. Definitely not the best of spells to cast. Wow, yeah. I wonder what exactly it does to the stuff. I'm gonna have to test that. That's an interesting... Oh, and vampirism. Oh, snap. Looks like I'm going to have to be a little careful with the casting of it. Also, the fairies are faster than me for certain. Hopefully there's a fairy somewhere in here so I can deal with this. I'm definitely going to have to not use Blight that much. Actually, let's go up here. I want to test... Okay, I cast Blight. And it spreads out. Does it stop or does it just continually grow? Oh, wow. Yeah, it just keeps growing. Looks like Blight is very much a nasty thing. Though it says I have mana in this area. I don't know what that means necessarily. I didn't have enough for a cone of fire. There we go. My health is low. How far am I before I level up? Ugh, I'm a distance from leveling up. Which would be probably my best save right now. Can't cast that. Fortify. Or fortify is S. Let's see if that'll block it. Looks like it was blocked. Okay, good to know. Anything in here? No. I wonder what vampirism does. Who knows? I just know I'm kind of in trouble in this area. I'm assuming the rest of the way is blighted. I think I might end up losing right now because of all the blighted area. If I find the stairs, I need to just take them. Oh, hello. A gnome. I can blight, apparently. Is this all bare rock floor? That's a toadstool. Doesn't apparently provide mana, but, you know, that's a thing. What in the world is up with this place? What are you? Probably hostile? Pixie, can attack diagonal. Apparently it's slower than me. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Did I just not get high enough level to get whatever I needed? Oh, thank goodness. Stuff. Glowing ore protects this tile from mana drain. Those two rock floors were really nasty. There we go. Definitely need to not lose as much health this time around. Also, I'd like to know what the use of the blight is. Interesting. It looks like the floor, the stairs is always in the lower right corner. So that's a thing to notice. Fair enough, of course, because you start in the upper left. I can understand that. Makes it easier. Actually, I just thought of something that I haven't tried yet. Yeah. I figured I'd try. You never know with stuff like this. So, yeah, nothing happens. Probably need to actually beat the level or the area or something. Yeah. I definitely like the protected area. That's interesting. What I don't like is the rock floor area, because I don't know what to do there. I have no clue. Is it just because I can just run through it? It's like, that's not a problem. You want me to run away? I can manage that. Maybe I was just not high enough level or something. Maybe I'm supposed to have some kind of vegetation. Well, no, that would make sense. Since vegetation is my stuff, having a spell that produced it wouldn't make sense. Because it's basically just infinite mana if you do it right. Maybe they attempted it, but I know I wouldn't. It has too many chances to break. There we go. Yeah, I don't see anyone else, so I guess it's time to leave. We got enough. Well, there's some fairies around. Oop, there they are. And, I got caught in the corner again. There we go. I really want to get further, see what new spells there are and stuff. It's a very interesting game. Probably about the best one, actually. I very much like it, to say the least. Just one thing, maybe have help for what the spells do, because I have no clue. Sort of a thing. It's about the only thing I can really complain about so far. And this is all we get for instructions. I sort of understand what blight is, but I'm not sure if I have a 100% knowledge of its effects and what. Excuse me. Like, does it just blight the area? Is there like some kind of damage that happens to them things when they're on it or something? That would be interesting if that was the case. There we go. At least my health is doing alright at the moment. I think maybe no, I didn't just level up, but that was recently. There we go. Yeah, would have missed a number of fairies if I hadn't come back around this way. Interesting. Let's see, where am I missing? Over there somewhere? Huh. Oh yeah, there is a way through. Still kind of trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with the rock area, because there's really nothing I can do. It's mana less. That's sort of a limiting factor. There we go. If you have enough vegetation around you, it's relatively easy to take care of them. Then again, that's the whole point of the game. Well, this is a nice area. We'll retreat back to it. Huh. Okay, the Hex apparently lasts for longer. Oh, we got a different spell. We got Teleport. Did we have that before? Oh, it's cursor controlled. That's nice. It looks to be line of sight. Fair enough. And of course we now have the Blight spell because, well, yeah, Blight. Huh. Was the area blocked by it? By the enemy? That's interesting if it was. I'll have to look into that. There we go. I really wish I could get just a single fairy again. I want to test out some of the stuff I just thought of for the spells. Teleport. Okay, it seems to be blocked by stuff. That's good to know. There we go. There must be a use for blight. I just don't know what it is. That took a bit longer. I do wonder. Blight, oh blight, oh blight. What are you good for? Where was that single fairy? Okay, we've explored the floor then. Really didn't quite make it there. Interesting. Oh, and we're here. Blight and vampirism. Still works. I have no clue what to do here. The only thing I can do is just go for the exit. Oh, hello. Apparently it's not entirely. Interesting. I guess I just got unlucky with the last time where everything was just the stone floor. Still, this isn't very friendly territory for me. Definitely don't want to hang out in these areas too much. There's a toadstool on it. What's that? Bare rock? No. Rock wall. Instead of a dirt wall, it's a rock wall. I guess that makes sense. Thank goodness. There we go. What are the D's anyway? Dryad. Protect surrounding stuff. Okay, so they're the ones generating these things. That's interesting. Oh, I lost. I really want to... It's definitely vaguely annoying having to start over, but that's just the roguelikiness stuff going along. I've just... Stuff. Stuff and things. I want stuff and things. I want all the spells. I want to know what... Fortify, I understand. It's relatively simple. Well, it makes sense. Fortify creates fortification. Excuse me, fortification. Maybe I should make more use of that. Again, it takes a bit of mana to actually use that, so it's not something that's instantly available. See? Okay, now let's hex it. You drain 6 mana, hit you for 1, drain 1, stuff happens. Hex drains, hex drains. Okay, so it looks like it keeps going somewhat. So that makes it better than I was thinking it was. Definitely have to make more use of it then to keep my health up. Just because I have a bit of a problem with that since I've been dying. I do have to wonder how deep this area, or this place is. Am I, like, getting close and just happening to die at, like, the wrong time? Or do I still have a good bit of go and I'm just not very good at the game? Or, of course, the third option is the game not balanced. Because there's always that possibility. You only have so much time. And one of the follies of being a programmer of a game is that you made the game. Unless it's something reaction-based where you have to be good at it. Generally, you're semi-decent at your own game. Or at least you know how to play it. Or you know how you play it. Which is the more dangerous one. Like, I might be playing it completely differently from how the person that developed it played it, or who knows. It's just one of those things. Also, since there isn't much time, it might just be something as simple, well, there wasn't time to make everything balanced. Ooh, lots of vegetation. Wish there was like a yell thing so I could be like, over here. There we go. Oh, and level 4. Nice. Now we've got the teleport and blight again. I'm guessing teleport was already always there and I just didn't notice it the first time through. There we go. Yeah, that's working out better. By doing that, I'm keeping my health relatively high compared to how I tend to get at this point. So that's definitely a useful thing to notice. It's not a one-time thing. And hex it. Oh, and it just dies right out. Oh, there's a fairy. Oh, the hex faded. There we go. My health took a bit of a nosedive there. I was a little uncareful. I wasn't very careful. And that's the important bit. Need to be more careful. More careful. Find me a fairy. A single fairy would be nice. Not apparently going to happen, but, you know, life. One thing I do wish is that I could, with these bigger toadstool ring, fairy ring things, aggro a single fairy instead of everybody. Oh, hello. Level up. That's definitely useful. Now we've got vampirism, and I have no clue what that's supposed to do for me. You drain 3 mana. Fairy dies. Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. I have it. Doesn't mean I know what it does. And teleport away. Didn't work how I thought it would. There we go. Keeping my health up. Always a good thing. Looks like using Hex is going to be somewhat more important than before. Maybe I'll actually get farther this time. Come on, move around. Can I just tell it to bring me somewhere? No. That's a nice feature. Being able to just click somewhere on the screen and have it walk there. That's a thing. Though not really required. It's just always fun to be able to click somewhere and go. Some kind of auto move anyway. Or auto explore. Then again, this 7-day roguelike, I can't really expect that from it. Oh, hello, Pixie. Oh, cool. Kept the hex on it. It's nice to actually have something where I can do things. There we go, 10 experience points. Looks like XP is still about the best way to heal, just because it instantly returns you to being full. Teleport. Fortify the position. Teleport here. Oop. Not enough mana for teleport. Hex it. Looks like it stopped being hexed. Nah, I died again. Definitely a thing. I definitely think I'm just not good enough for this at the moment. Game's harder than I am. So that's a thing. I enjoy it, though. I think it's just I'm not quite wrapped my head around the damage system yet, or mana system yet. There's always that. Huh, didn't wake up those fairies. Oh, hello, cone of fire. That's useful if you can actually cast it, but it just costs too much mana to actually use generally. There we go. We're low on health once again. Play too carefully this time, it seems. Well, let's get down here. I'm somewhat rushing as well, which is probably not the best of things. Oh, nope. Died. This was definitely fun, but I think I've grown a bit tired of playing it over and over. And we've got about 50 minutes of playtime. Oh, to be fair, I'd probably sit... Wait, I just thought something. Have I been stupid? Yes, I've been stupid. Never mind. Let's actually go play some more. I want to redeem my stupidity. Hex. Drain 6 mana from the closest distance. Places a hex on an adjacent creature of your choosing that each turn drains 1 mana to deal 1 damage to the creature, up to a maximum of 10. And Fortify. Fortify drains 10 mana from the surrounding distance and places thorny bushes randomly around you. Oh, that's an annoying sound. Huh. Anyway, let's actually go and kill stuff so I can level up so I can actually get the spells back. Luckily, I can relatively dependably get to the level where I have all the spells I know of at the moment. Which is relatively useful, all things considered. I'm almost half considering going and restarting this all just because I feel really derpy for not realizing that the mouse cursor to look, that includes the spells. Though, while it does make sense, oh, let me through. That was a bad move, fairy. Let me kill you. There we go. Looks like I might not be able to make it this time. Probably been rushing too much. Come on, where are you, fairies? I do like the bigger fairy rings just because it gives you the chance to notice that they're there. Oh, yep, there I died. I figured. There we go. Since I can't diagonal attack, they actually had to approach me. There we go. Anything back up this way? Oh, there was a fairy there. Why'd you do that, fairy? Not smart move. You need to actually, come and play. There we go. I definitely feel quite the derp for not realizing the fact that you could hover over the spells and figure out what it says. Though, this is going to be a good video for the person who made this game, because it teaches you one of those things, the fact that no matter how clever you make a mechanic, the player will always be able to do something stupid and completely miss it. Or do it wrong, or something. Remember, the player is an idiot. Not all players, mind you. Some players are smart, and some players are smart at different things. But the aggregate matter is, players are idiots. I take the same kind of feel when it comes to driving. Don't care who it is. If you're a random person driving on the road, you're an idiot. Or at least I treat you that way. It's safer. I assume you don't know how to drive, so that I drive safer. Doesn't protect me completely, but, you know, it's a thing. Cone of Fire! Oh, we do have Cone of Fire. Drains 20 mana, does 10 damage to each enemy it hits. I wonder what the it hits is. I'm assuming Cone of Fire, is that like a bursty thing? No, it says Cone of Fire, so you'd think that'd be a cone. I don't know, I wonder the exact, because it does like a straight line thing. Let's see, how far does it go? Looks like it, yeah, it does do a bit of a burst at the end, okay. Apparently by standing on that, it invites them to come and play. That's where I die. I got surrounded. You know, I go and brag like, yeah, I can get to the one thing really easily. What happens? God, can't get there to save my life. Sheesh. I guess that's just how games work. The moment you get cocky is the moment it smacks you upside the head. Presumably, yeah, that's just a box room. I do like the bigger circles, even though they have more enemies, because you can see them without them waking up. Whereas this, they sometimes wake up before you even can see them, which is a bit annoying. Doesn't give you much chance to respond in any way. There we go. It's basically just, oh, there's a, oh, the fairy's awake. Also, I just noticed the fairy moved diagonal there. The hell's up with that? I can't move diagonal. I must admit, that's very displeasing. And there's a fairy. There we go. I saw the message pop up. They seem to definitely wake up from it seems to be just a radius around you where they wake up. Not depending on walls or anything, so yeah, you end up with fairies randomly popping in, saying hi. That's probably the smartest way to implement it, especially at first. Maybe work later would be to make it so it's line of sight, but if you're gonna do a 7-day roguelike, you need to make some compromises. Or maybe that's just how it's meant to be. They have like some kind of sense like, oh, there he is. We are sort of an abomination against nature as far as I can tell. The best way I could describe the magic is like the stuff from the one D&D setting. God, what was the name of it? The one that's just desert, where the only kind of magic actually drains life from nature. Basically this. There we go. Oh, and there's more. Oh, shoot. I'm dead. Hello, fairy. Yes, you did start off right next to me. That's a little unpleasant. Oh, we woke up a fairy. Where are you? I'm presuming you're on the other side of this wall somewhere? Yeah, there you are. It looks like you were trying to pathfind to me. Hint, I wasn't there. Oh, double fairy. There we go. At least we're at full health because we leveled up. Oh, that's a nice dense room of foliage that I can't use. I really want to know what the vampirism is. It's about the biggest thing. It looks like I'll be ending up going over an hour with this, just so I can manage that. Oh, we woke up a fairy. That's about the best place to fight the fairy, so we'll stay there. Gotta be more cautious of those fairy wake up messages I also. Nothing there. I'm trying to remember the name of the thing. Where's the staircase? Oh, it'll be over here. Okay. Let's do a last minute checkup in this area. Oop. Pretty sure I just saw a fairy woke up message. Maybe not. Interesting. Oh well. Oh no, I saw a the way is blocked message. There is a fairy. And no waked up message for me because he was right next to me. He came pre-awake. That was annoying. Ooh, we got Blight and Teleport. Teleport moves you in a straight line until you hit an obstacle, drains 15 mana from the farthest distance, and uses additional mana proportional to the distance. And Blight, infectious blight on the tile, spread inundation, magical squares, kills saplings, and limit the magic in a square to 1 mana. It's definitely interesting. Ooh, dang it. We're dead. Alright, let's take the cursor off of there. There we go. Let's wait for a fairy to wake up. Huh, we didn't hit a single fairy on the way over here. That's interesting. Normally you'll hit a couple just because of proximity. Yep. As I suspected, they just know where you are. Once again, another of those compromises you have to do when you're doing a 7-day roguelike. There we go. Yep. I heard you were coming. Probably came from right there. Well, no, probably about it. That's where it came from. Very much where it came from. There we go. Wasn't a very good position to fight the fairy at. Luckily, we're still relatively okay health-wise. So we'll continue moving around here. There's a fairy that was already awake. Since we came here, the only way through is over here. I wish the way is blocked message was a different color. Maybe a dark gray or something, so that it's not showing up in the same kind of importance in my eyes as the fairy has waken up. Because they are different things. Boom. There we go. I really don't have a good feel for the movement, because it looks like it's not just the same movement for everyone. Okay, good to know that's there. No fairy in that area. Well, this is a nice area as well. Not quite as lush, but it's a thing. Where are the fairies at? Oh, there's a fairy. There we go. It was probably the best way to deal with it. Yeah, cone of fire is really good. Especially when you pay attention to the fact that they're there. It definitely looks like you can... Well, I knew this already, but you can get close to the dang bigger circles quicker. Ah, dang it. Something woke up. Took a moment for it to realize where I was. Oop, we got vampirism. Okay, so that lets me cast spells with health instead of mana. Interesting. Not exactly the best of thing, but definitely understandable. It might explain some of my problems. Of course, here we are, level 3, where we've got all the rocks. We don't meet any enemies. We're pretty good on health at the moment. I wonder if it's an equal amount. Hello. Hello. There we go. Looks like my problem with the cone of fire might have been that I've not been letting it blow up properly. Who knows? Oh snap. The gnome got angry. There we go. That took a lot out of me. Silly gnome. I'm probably gonna die here. Yep, I died. But that's good enough for me. I don't know what else there is. There's probably more, since I haven't gotten down all the way. Kind of sad that I wasn't able to actually get farther. I wanted to know what other spells and stealth there'd be. I might actually do more of this as just a sort of let's play, because it's interesting and it's a quick little thing. Probably keep it to 30 minutes, though, because this is getting on to an hour. Or no, it's not an hour. Yeah, we succeeded at an hour. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. Completeness. It's complete. I'm giving it a 3. I haven't had any bugs or anything like that. It's polished, balanced, and practically bug-free. The balanced I might be a little wavery on because the completely dead stone areas a little hard, but then again, you seem to have the stuff to be able to deal with it by that point, or you rushed, and, well, if you're rushing, that's your own fault. Next up is aesthetics. Excellent look in the UI that supports the gameplay fluidity would be a 3. Good color, text icon choice, controls intuitive would be a 2. I'm kind of, everything was intuitive once I realized how it worked. Once I realized hover over the thing, tells me what the spell is, and I really should have. Especially since I knew that I could go and be like, there's my health. There's my mana. It's one of those things I probably should have realized. I think I'll give it a 2. Because there was a couple of niggling things. Let me quickly, boom, shift. Bump. Use the mouse to look at things. What I do is add including spells or something like that. Add a little, like, something like that. So that actually tells you that you know what you can hover over to do that. And some of the things, like the one thing I wanted the text to be a different color so it wasn't the same as fairies waking up and what else. Next up is fun. It's a 3. I would have completely missed out if I didn't play it. This takes something that's commonly just almost a throwaway at this point, where this is your mana. And everyone does the same way. This does it differently, and even more interesting than some of the other ways that are done differently. And for that, we also come on to innovation. It's not fundamental. Here's the thing. I'm trying to think. It's sort of completely... You know what? I'm going to say it's fundamentally new. This mana system, I've not seen it before. The scope? Yeah, it's pretty much what I expect. If it wasn't for the fact that I noticed how the AI knows where you are, the AI detects you from anywhere, and various things like that, I probably would have said a 3, but it's just within the scope. And I understand all the stuff that I mentioned, so it's like, yeah, you did what you could in a 7-day roguelike, and you made something amazing. And finally, roguelikiness. It's a roguelike. It might be in a web browser, but it's a roguelike. That's very straightforward. It is, in fact, a roguelike. Believe it or not. Anyways, this is Akhier, and I'm signing off.